Hey, please tell me you were taping Wife Swap while you were watching Lost.
Oh, absolutely. Oh, God, yeah. Oh, my God, that woman.
What a nut.
Oh, you know, what gets me.
I can't stand her. I
Oh,
can't. Do we have her phone number, Mark?
I'm a warrior.
We've got her phone number?
Yeah, that's right. Yep.
Oh, let's call that slob.
You know what really gets me, though, after all that screaming about the warrior and tearing everything up and
She
throwing
took
a
the
fit,
money.
She took the money.
She took the money.
What a hypocrite.
She is, and she's such a bitch. She acted so put out.
Yeah.
Oh, my God, they
She
just
took
pushed
the
me
money.
and pushed me and pushed me.
I'm not taking
that,
the devil's money.
She's the one that pushed
Not yet,
them
anyway.
to go to church. And they went to church, and they went without a fuss.
Yeah.
All they asked her to do was just talk about it.
Astrology,
and she
big
acted
deal.
like... I hate people that do this, these high-maintenance people who just badger, and then they act like they're the ones being bothered.
Yeah, and the damn thing of it
You
is
slob.
that it all came apart. That really the whole show was a waste until the last 3 minutes when she returns to her house, and it's there that she went ballistic, and she was just being lousy with her own family.
And she's yelling at
that's
the
where
camera
she went
people.
nuts. Yeah,
Why don't we
get the
play a little
cameras
bit?
out of here. You're the devil. I mean, what a complete kook.
There she is coming home.
She yells at
slob.
all of her family members like it's their fault.
What? Dark-sided?
It was so dark-sided.
Pause it for a second, Mark.
Oh, that woman is so gross. All 500 pounds of her.
Just in case you missed this, what happened was they swapped wives on Wife Swap, and they had this one family that was really into astrology and hypnosis and
New Age stuff,
astronomy,
basically.
all kinds of things like that. Yeah,
Mostly
wacky out there, New
astrology.
Agey stuff. And they switched the New Age wife with this really hardcore Christian woman. And she thought that all this New Age stuff was the devil's work.
Right,
I mean, she had
right.
this really archaic...
Astrology, all that stuff.
Yeah, she just... And she went
There were
absolutely
gargoyles and...
bonkers. She thought that God was testing her by putting her with this family. And so she rejected it and got angry every time they even brought it up.
Yeah, she'd go ballistic. And of course, what further accelerates the whole thing is the fact that this woman, I swear to God, is probably 420 pounds, and her hair is as short as a man's.
Why does that accelerate?
Just the fact that it's such a violent visual image to look at. To see a 400-pound woman whose her back goes down and then her butt goes out like 3 feet and then bends around back to her legs that are her legs are the size of most people's bodies. So to see her standing there with a short little boy haircut and her front tooth missing, screaming, "I'm a warrior! I'm God's warrior!" and all this stuff is just such a bizarre. It's just such a huge visual impact,
and
that it just accelerates what's going on. The video of it, just the visual image of her,
and she thinks that she's being tested, and that for all her
just to wear the armor of the Holy Spirit to fight off the devil.
For all her religiosity and her Christianity and her hardcore adherence to it, she has absolutely no tolerance for anyone, any other views. No tolerance whatsoever. She's incredibly self-righteous. She even tears up the check at the end of the show. She won't accept the $50,000 and the things that they are going to give to her kids and to her. She makes the call, of course. It's up to her. She makes every call. Nobody tells this woman what to do.
Attacks her own family, yells at all of her family members, who are just all confused.
But she ends up taking the money in the end. They ran a graphic said, in the end, she decided to take our check.
Yeah, of course she took
and
the
had
money.
gastric bypass surgery with it.
That's right. That's right.
Nice putting the family first.
Yep.
Getting your gastric bypass surgery.
You wait and see
if you're
once
so religious, why don't you take the body the Lord gave you?
Yep. She's destroyed the vessel of the Holy Spirit by letting it grow to some 500 pounds. The vessel of the Holy Spirit has become just a pile of blubber. And you wait and see. This is a woman who, after gastric bypass, you know she'll start eating again. And she'll become huge all over again.
She knows better than to think that she only needs a few bites a meal
exactly.
to be full. She will figure out when she's full based on how much she shovels into her body.
Yeah, and she should use some of the money to add a front tooth.
She is missing it. Well, let's watch a little bit of this, and then let's see if we can get her on the phone. Because she pissed me off.
Oh, she's disgusting. And she accepts the devil's money in the end.
Not of God. It's not Christians. Did you not ask if she believed in God?
Did you not ask?
A Christian!
She could be a Jew and
Why
believe in
is
God.
she yelling?
Because she's
tampered
nuts.
in dark-sided stuff. Yes, she did. The entire house.
She's kind of freaking me out.
She's acting like some nut
Her whole
preacher.
house
She is dark-sided.
Did you not ask if she was a Christian?
Did you want us to come over to shoot her?
Please.
This is my house. I won't.
Oh my God! Do you ever stop talking?
Oh my God, and I want my Whatever it is, it's tainted. Whatever it is, you give it.
She's tearing up the check.
Yeah.
God, I'm a God warrior.
Which she'll glue together later.
Anything in beliefs, doing anything with my family.
Shut up, you idiot.
Stupid fool.
Get out.
What the hell's a taint?
Look at the girl with the camera acting
camera,
like she's going to run away.
She's scared to death.
Everything's ungodly. Dark-sided.
I'm glad you're home.
Get the hell out of my house. In Jesus' name, I pray.
That's to the camera people.
I've had enough.
Mama, just sit. Mom, come sit with
Did
us.
you talk about astrology?
No.
Did you get hypnotized by her? I have taken a stand. I have taken a stand. I am not a fence rider. I was over there praying for all these people, but I needed prayer. I needed you to be
praying for
I
you.
needed you. You
Mom,
get me.
I was praying for you every night. I was praying for you every
But
night.
I needed your prayers.
So it's my fault.
You did come to my mind.
Oh,
It
like
was
something
nothing of God.
supernatural.
Every day it was nothing of God.
Look at that little kid. That
No, I
poor
know
little
it.
girl,
That-
scared to death.
Yeah, with this yelling fat ass.
Because I was leaving. Took the ear sets. I said I am leaving.
That's the only piece of ass he's ever had. He
Yeah.
was a virgin when he met that slob.
Yeah.
Party.
Well, she said that was about the moon. It was the longest.
Yeah, it's about the moon because they only believe in the moon and the gods and the this and the that.
Katie was not like that.
Her
over
name
here.
is Jade. I went to her.
They really liked the other woman, too. The one
Yeah.
daughter really bonded with her. She
Right.
took her to dance class.
Yeah.
And
Well, she doesn't know how this show works anyway. They find opposites and put them together every time for fireworks.
Tarot card readings.
She didn't bring it up with
And
us.
if everybody would look back at everything I've been saying and preaching and praying and saying, I've been saying I am a spiritual warrior because I feel like I'm a spiritual warrior. Like I've had to put armor on just to walk
There's
out
not
of the
enough
house.
armor to put around you, honey.
I want none of
On the
this.
planet.
I want out of this. Because you know what? I won't take some ungodly person telling me what to do with my money or that money for us. I don't want it in my house. Tarot cards and astrology and witch books and
Look at that little girl. Her mouth is
because you know
open
why?
in fear.
Because I'm the warrior. I ask all the
The
questions.
warrior. Shut up with the warrior
Come on.
crap.
Take whatever you got and get out of my house. In Jesus' name, I pray. They will be on my prayer list for the day I die. Every one of
You
them.
spoke to her?
Yeah, about
I
3
speak
weeks
that
later,
into
take some money.
existence, every one of them. I've planted that seed and I will see the harvest. Get out of my house.
Yeah.
Every dark-sided person, get out of my house. If you believe in Jesus, you can stay here. Stay in my house. If you're dark-sided. I don't want to see a book of witches. I don't want to see anything, any stars. I don't want to see any of this dark-sided psychics, all the things, tarot card reading. I rebuke it in the name of the Lord.
No.
God.
all right, dial her up, Mark. Dial this kook up.
Man.
Did you ask her, was she a Christian? Did you ask her, did she believe in God? Not gods, not stars, not witches. I've been educated while I've been gone.
So, did you think she'd take the money after she tore the check
Oh,
up?
absolutely.
Yeah. I
Oh,
knew she
God,
would.
yes. Oh, yes, I absolutely.
What's this slob's name? Marguerite.
Oof.
I rebuke you.
Oh.
Come on.
I can't believe that guy married this woman.
Hello.
Hello, is this Marguerite?
Yes.
Hey,
Yeah.
Marguerite, it's Drew and Mike calling on WRIF Radio. How you doing this morning?
Doing wonderful. Where are you out of?
We're in Michigan. We saw you on Wife Swap last night.
Oh no, I wasn't on wife swap. Trading spouses.
Trading spouses. Okay, I'm
Same
sorry.
difference.
You sound
Yeah.
a lot calmer this morning.
I am. I had family and friends over last night, and I felt. I mean, it wasn't any better because I saw myself like in a lot of pain. And
Yeah.
I didn't like seeing myself like that.
No.
Why were you in so much pain? Because I thought the other family was pretty nice to you. I was surprised that.
The other family was nice to me. It's just that we just had problems with the. things that I just did not want to discuss or talk to, and made it clear the first day I met him, and it just kept coming up. But you don't see that.
But you know how these shows work, though. They always take people that are complete opposites and put them together for the fireworks, you know?
Yeah, but I thought it was going to be once I got there, I really thought it was going to be like a kind of like a new marriage opposed to someone that's been married for a long time, maybe. And
I guess I was surprised that you seem to be.
Until I asked about the God issue.
Well, you know, I wondered about the as far as the let's. I'm not trying to upset you or anything, but for example, some of the things that they were interested in, like astrology. Why is that so upsetting, or why do you find that so dark-sided?
Well, I had a bad experience with astrology, tarot card readings, and this was years ago, like 8 years ago, and I just took all that junk and I said, look. This, you know, and I started reading on things, and I didn't, it's a personal choice, and I didn't care if he did that. I wasn't trying to change them, okay?
But they went to church. They went to church for you.
Around me, okay?
But, Marguerite, they went to church for you.
I'm sorry, what?
They went to church for you.
Whenever I said this, I was going. I told them that it would like really please me if they went with me, but I really didn't care if they went. But everything goes in their household. Do you understand? Me speaking of God did not bother them whatsoever because he was open to everything. I mean, everything.
Right. Well, he was sharing. It was supposed to be kind of a two-sided street. You know, he would go along with your religion and explore your religion, and in turn, you could look at his situation.
I understood his situation whenever I had a discussion, and every time I tried to pinpoint him to say, what exactly do you believe? You heard me say that last night. You heard me prior to that ask him, what kind of story is that? Vague, very vague, because he didn't want to tell me exactly what it was. But I do find out, because we do have that discussion, and all I asked him was, we had a horrendous thing that made national news in our little town about different things that happened, and in a church, and I just do not. I'm not into New Age things. I'm not open to it. It's my choice. It's like telling you go rollerblading, and you don't want to go rollerblading.
Right, but I mean, I guess it's just the fact that these shows, they're like that. You know, whether wife swap, trading spouses. They look for that.
Well, you're supposed to be a little open-minded when you go into something like that.
And I guess where I was mostly
surprised... Not to mention the King James Bibles.
Yeah.
Well, why did you ask them to get King James Bibles with the money?
That's what I wanted them to have because, I mean, they had one Bible in the house where his daddy was ordained as a preacher.
But aren't they supposed to get things that they want with the money?
Pardon?
Aren't they supposed to get things that would help them or things that they want with the money?
I don't think they'll throw the book away because everything goes.
No, but that's what you want them to have. That would be like them getting you books on astrology.
Oh, no, sir, that's not true because this man was very open to reading about God, reading about everything. He was very analytical, and he even said that he would be open to letting the children go from church to church and decide for themselves if they wanted God in their life because, you know, he hadn't tapped in on that.
Well, so did he ask for King James Bibles? Did he ask for the King James Bibles?
Well, nobody asked for anything.
Oh, because usually in that show, people will tend to get things that maybe they've hinted at during their stay, or...
Well, actually, I gave him... He wanted $10,000 to go to Tibet so he can meditate. I gave him $100 to go to Tibet to meditate, but you know what? They didn't even say that on there.
Oh, that's terrible.
You know, I guess I was surprised, too. It kind of threw me that when you returned to your home, you seem to be really upset at your own family members. And I didn't understand that.
I was upset.
I mean, I don't know why you were so mad at your own family because they were just doing what they were supposed to do, you know, have this other woman in and go along with her and listen to her. You know what I mean?
Well, they were just doing the Southern hospitality thing, and they didn't ask any questions of anything.
But
did you see?
I wouldn't hold that against them, though. I mean, who cares?
Did you watch the television show last night?
Yeah, because I knew all the things that I'd been exposed to where I was, and I just really did not want that in my household.
Well,
and I wasn't aware that it wasn't until I blew up, and my family really expressed that everything they had a good time, and that none of that was brought up because if anything like that would have been taken out and they would have been they'd known about it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm serious. My husband would have said, "Pack your bags. I'm sorry, the show has ended."
What do you say
shouldn't have signed up for the show? Obviously, if you're that closed-minded, you shouldn't have signed up. Hey, I wanted to know though. Did you watch the show last night, Marguerite?
Bad experience. I've done them before. It's not like I'm a minister or
okay, great.
To minister, it became that, guys. If you don't look at that picture of me and see me on there and see that I'm a broken person.
Oh, you got a big ass.
It was more than just some Harry Potter books in that household.
Marguerite, let me ask you this. What do you say to the people this morning that say that after you said you didn't want the devil's money and you tore the money up, that in the end you accept the money? A lot of people this morning on our email are saying you're a huge hypocrite for accepting that money.
Whatever they want to say, but they don't know.
Oh, you got a big ass.
And right now, I haven't received $1, okay?
But
I
it said-
haven't
it said
$1 in my pocket. Nobody knows what I'm going to do if I do get this money.
Well, maybe they remembered that you tore up the check and they decided that you probably didn't want it after all.
I'm sorry, what?
Maybe they looked at the show last night where you tore the check up and they decided that, well, she really doesn't want the money after all.
I didn't want the money. I don't want the money.
You
Oh,
don't
okay.
want the money? Because you saw when they said on the graphic there that you accepted the money in the end.
They did say that, and I was quite surprised that it's up there like that. I wasn't aware that was going to be up there like that because the way things had ended, it was left in a certain way, just like what it was, and it wasn't even going to be read out because y'all never see, because I tear it up. You follow me?
So you will not be getting the bypass surgery?
I'm sorry, what?
You won't be getting the gastric bypass surgery?
Not with that money, I won't.
Oh, I see. You're getting it with your husband's money or with your
I'll
family
take
money?
that I don't know. My goodness. I just went through Hurricane Katrina. We're still trying to put pieces together of our life and our house and our family. That show at this point is like minute.
Well, that would be a good opportunity, though, if you just went through Hurricane Katrina to get some money to help your family get back on its feet.
If I get money, I can tell you St. Jude Hospital will get money, okay?
So if they send you a
Alrighty.
check, are you gonna tear it up or are you gonna send it back?
Sir, it's not about the money. It never was about the money in my household, whether y'all think it or not. It was about a surgery for myself.
Okay, so should we tell them that you don't want the money?
I will handle it with Fox because I haven't talked to Fox yet.
Okay, because
Yeah.
one of the guys from Fox is supposed to be on the line in a few minutes here. I was just wondering if
That's
we should
fine.
tell them that you don't want the money.
So that's my business, and I don't know who you are, and you don't know what happened over here, and I'm not going to sit here and bash what went on. And
No, I'm just
Well,
trying.
no,
I'm just trying to help.
with everything.
I'm just
Yeah,
trying to
no,
help.
we're just trying to
But I will-
clarify because
because I'm
on
gonna
the
tell
show
you
you
what,
said all night you didn't want the money, and then the credit said you want the money.
This is a real. I never wanted the money, and I don't want it now. My family. wants
Okay, we'll
their
tell
Okay,
them.
part.
so we'll
tell
tell
them.
them you don't want it
My
then.
family wants their parts. It's
Oh.
not about just me. That she gave me what? What did she give me? I don't
She
even know
gave you
what she gave me.
20,000. So you're going to take 30,000 for your family and
Okay.
tear up the other 20.
All right, so 30 to them and nothing to you. Is that right?
Sir,
Yes.
I am not going to discuss this with you because you don't know everything. That's
No, we're
going
just
on.
trying to clarify. You said on the show you didn't want the money, and then they said on the graphic that you accepted the money. And then this morning you're saying you really don't
I
want
haven't
the
got
money.
$1 in my pocket. I haven't received anything. I have a lot of things I have to decide. It was still up in the air, okay?
Okay.
And if you go through
All right.
Katrina and you lose everything and you have no jobs, you start rethinking things. And you know what? This is what my family wanted. And my daughter, quite frankly, feels like, you know what? It wasn't worth $50,000. They should give us $100,000. And
Well-
guess what? After your name has been plastered everywhere, after your number has been plastered on a trading stock website where monitors should not ever allow that to happen, after I've gotten calls all night long, after I've totally been disgraced and just.
Well, that's
Really?
why you
Okay.
have to make that decision before you go on shows like that. That's what they do.
You're right. You're
And be
right.
aware that cameras are on all the time.
Cameras are on
and
all the time.
If you're screaming at the camera people and your child is getting
loud.
frightened by what you're saying,
I
then
was.
I mean, yeah,
Did you
because
see
you
how-
came across as so bizarre that they literally promoted you for weeks and broke it into a 2-part series because they'd never seen anything like it.
They've always had a 2-part series.
did you see how upset your child was during all that screaming? on the
Actually,
show?
I have to wonder if that was right with that Fort case. Yes.
Oh, I think it was.
Oh, I'm
okay?
pretty sure it
But They
was.
never see me that mad, okay?
I mean, because you really looked like a complete
But
nut.
But then on the other hand, I'm looking at the other family, and they're saying, no, they don't want to go to church. That is not true. Those kids were they're painted as being rude. They did not say no to me like that. It was
Well,
not like that.
Their family looked very reasonable. In fact, I thought that your daughters liked the other mom. She got along very nicely with the
Yeah,
daughter
because-
taking the
yeah,
dancing lessons.
They did. They liked her.
Yeah.
She was wonderful with your kids.
They liked her.
I thought that worked out really well. It was just too bad that you couldn't get along with the other husband any better.
I liked him too. I did like him.
But it sounded like you felt that he pushed you. He was constantly pushing you and pushing your buttons. That was what you said. But from what we were watching, it seemed like he was being very reasonable. It seemed like you were making the rules.
That's what they had a story. They told their story, and it stayed that way.
Well,
So,
they can't show anything that didn't happen, though.
No, I did say no to throwing sticks in the fire because I didn't understand what that meant. And someone had just came up to me and said, "Why aren't you doing this? It's not like we're sacrificing children." You don't see that part. You just see me saying no to him. You don't see where he gives me his word that there wouldn't be no psychic and we would not be dealing with that. It's just going to be fun and cool. You don't see me telling him he's a liar, and he told me and gave me his honesty and told me that wouldn't happen, and him pushing it on me. You do not see me having the conversation with him.
Well, that's because there's this thing called editing, and if they shoot 30 hours of something, they can't run down more than 1 hour.
Yeah.
But you know what? You didn't see a book. Did you see a book on witch?
No, I didn't.
Did you ever see a book? Did you ever see a book room?
No, but like we're saying, this is what happens on these shows. They edit the thing down. It's just what they do.
Yeah, they try to make for some amusing TV.
Yeah,
and
because it's all for our amusement. That's why they put people together to clash. It's for the amusement of the people.
Hey, let's talk about the radio show. Since we're in the radio business, I thought that guy, obviously he's got a regular radio show. It seems to be a pretty good show. They talk about some...
Is it really alive right now? I have to wonder about that.
Pardon me?
I mean, is it really happening right now? What's going on? I mean...
Yeah, no, I'm talking about the radio show that you were going to go on as a guest, and then they started to talk about astrology, or was it astrology? And then you walked off the show.
I did.
Now, did you know there was going to be a psychic on the show?
I did not know there was going to be a psychic on the show. If you would see when I'm walking in to talk to him, I had already been crying. I had mascara on the side of my eyes because the show people pull me out, and they tell me, the Fox people, and tell me,
"Oh, you got a big ass."
We wanted to tell you because we know you're not going to like this, and they had already seen the conversation that Chris tells me that there would not be none of this. Okay, it's going to be a love, marriage, sex, and relationships. That's it. No astrology, no psychics, none of that kind of stuff.
Oh, they said that about the radio show because it seemed like you could have waited for the first commercial break to maybe say that you were leaving the show, and then maybe done it in a more
subdued fashion,
way, just say, you know what, I've got a little family problem. I'm going to have to leave the show, unfortunately. But instead, you called the guy out on his own show.
He deserved that.
Well,
he deserved that.
I thought you said he was a nice man.
I was deceived. I was brought there under false pretenses, and it was cool. You didn't say before that. I had a blast. You think
okay, wait. What pretense did they bring you on the radio show? What was the pretense for you going on the radio show?
So that I could go and go to his job and see his work. And I told him, I said, Logan.
And he said, and what did you say? You said, will there be any psychics, astrologers, anything like that on the show? Did you ask him ahead of time?
Yes, I did.
And he said, no, there won't be anything of the sort.
I give you my word. It won't be anything like that. But guess what?
Okay, so he lied to you, in other words.
Out of his briefcase and put them on the table. You don't see me taking and looking through them and putting them all to the side because they're the very things that I told him that he knows over and over that have bothered me, and he's still going to bring them out.
Okay, so the other husband was a deceitful liar?
No, he's a very calculating, aggressive man, intelligent man. And
but that would be lying. He would be lying to you if he said those things weren't going to happen on the show. God, I'd love to get him on the phone.
He knew what he had to do in order to get the ends to meet. But I think he thought he was going to come out looking bad in this. He was concerned about that. And we knew all about the
I didn't see what looked bad about him. He seemed like he was perfectly reasonable. I mean, he asked a few times,
but...
He's
such a passive person and just so mild-mannered and very monotone voice, so calming.
Yeah, he was very laid back, and he kept saying, I don't want to push you. I want you to enjoy yourself. I don't want you to be uncomfortable.
It's amazing how they show those parts, but they don't show the pushing and everything he's saying is not what he's doing.
The only pushing we saw was when you wanted to go to church and you absolutely insisted on it and you were adamant, and it seemed like when you really pushed and shoved, you got your way.
Did it, though? Did it seem like, don't you think the show, aren't y'all under the pretenses that it's half the days the one way and half the days of the other person?
Yeah, one person, one guy makes the rules for a while.
I went to church at, I think 5 o'clock that evening of that day, right after the radio station. And then the next day we went to a park, and I got to play golf and putt-putt and stuff. That's what I picked because the kids wanted to do it.
Did they show that?
The time. That's the only thing I got to do that was me. All the rest of the days were planned out, and it was what they decided for me to do.
Oh, you got a big ass.
Now, what did they want to do that they did that you didn't want to do?
Well, he wanted to take me to a beach, and I told him, "Look, I'm not getting in a bathing suit, and that's just not what I want to do. Okay, you can. It's the
Oh, come on.
He's like, why? And I'm like,
who cares?
Come on. There's more things here in Boston. I would love to see something, museum or something.
Yikes.
But you got to
A museum? That's kind of boring on a nice day. Who doesn't want to go to the beach?
Pardon?
Who doesn't want to go to the beach on a nice day?
A fat person like me. That's
Well, just put
not
on a
high
one
our
piece.
list
Just
to
put
go.
on a
Oh, you're
one
not
piece
that
suit.
fat.
You're not. You're just a little overweight. It's not a big deal.
Yeah, just a little
Okay.
bit. No biggie.
I call it what it is. I am painfully honest about things.
You walk around
I'm
like that
obese.
too,
I know
so
it.
you-
I don't need you to sit here and like
truth,
sugarcoat
yeah.
it.
Now, as part of the, along with the gastric bypass, are you going to get a tooth implant as well?
A gap tooth, and look at David Letterman. Everybody just love him with his gap. Okay.
Oh, okay. I didn't.
okay.
I thought
it
that
looked
was
like there was a tooth missing.
Yeah, I thought there was a whole tooth.
That's
No,
just
I don't have
a
a
really
tooth.
wide gap.
So
I
that's
guess.
kind of your signature look is the gap tooth.
No, actually, you want to know the truth about this? I came from a divorced family, and my daddy was very wealthy, and he didn't pay his part to get my braces off. So you know what? I took my braces off with a pair of pliers.
Oh no!
And as I've gotten older,
Crazy. Janet Jameson did the same
a
thing.
little bit, okay? But,
Slightly different outcome.
I've always had a space, and I got braces to close it. But anyways,
Are you going to
Hey,
grow your hair
whatever.
a little bit?
I'm sorry.
You
What?
going to grow your hair a little bit out?
Why?
I would grow your hair more,
Why?
just because I think you'd look better.
Sir, you know what?
I'm just
you-
trying to give you a
I know
makeover.
care about
I'm just
her
trying to
hair.
give you a makeover.
And I really don't care what the world thinks.
God, you are hair
I
obsessed.
know. Well, I'm just
How
trying
they
to, I think it would look good.
I'm sorry, Margaret.
Go
what were you
ahead.
saying?
I'm just tired of all the low punches. I don't get it. I really don't get it.
Tired of all the what?
It's just I've been attacked on every area. This would have been a better show if they would have put me with a bodybuilding family. It would have been funny.
Well, it's just that when they show you screaming so much in your own house and your own child was frightened, that was kind of scary. It really made you take center stage, and it did concern some people to see your kids so scared after they'd had so much fun with that other mom.
Please.
What?
Listen, it was scary for me to watch myself that upset, okay?
Yeah.
Well, it just seemed like maybe you could use some
Over the
anger
limit,
management.
and I should have left on Wednesday. And that's just how I feel about it.
Do you feel it would have been better though if you'd managed your anger a little better?
No, I should have left, sir. I said
No,
it
I mean in your own house when you were scaring your own child.
Sir, I was mad. I was angry. I vented. As soon as I hit the threshold of my house, I just happened to be still stupid, okay? I've never been that mad before in my life, and I was terribly upset. Blah, 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 blah. That I ever had words in my vocabulary knowing what these things were. It's not for you to know. It's the fact that there's a lot of things. Take yourself off. Just Karen, I apologize. The etiquette. This is
Margaret, can I ask you a question about some of your girlfriends that came to the party at your house?
Pardon?
You know your girlfriends that came to the party at your house?
Yes.
Did you think they were a little rude to the other mom about...
I thought Kathy, she was just trying to figure out what the storyline was and try to figure out what the opposite was. She has an attitude kind of way, snippy kind of way anyways, and I am not condoning the way she did it. I would not have asked her like she did.
Well, that was just invasive to ask her about her religion and what she felt about God and Jesus, right? She'd known the person for 5 minutes, and she was insisting on knowing...
She didn't come in there with cookies and then attack her like that. She was around this woman for 2 days. She was around her at the dancing studio and here and at my house. And the other point of it, do you think that...
Chris, you there?
That Jeannie just sat there and didn't say anything back? You don't see anything like that.
Okay, so your friend didn't do anything wrong.
Oh, no, I didn't say that. I would have liked Kathy not to have said it like she did and been more...
Talking to Marguerite from, was it spouse swap or wife swap?
Trading spouses.
And we've got Chris on the line, too. Now, that's the other male in the equation who stayed with Marguerite for a week.
Are we supposed to be doing this?
Chris is on the phone.
Are we supposed to be doing this?
He just called in. It's crazy.
He just called.
I'm saying, are we supposed to be doing this? Because I haven't been okay to do that.
Chris, I guess they said it was okay. Are you there, Chris?
I'm fine. I have no problem.
Yeah, no, Chris said it was cool.
I don't think it's cool.
What do you mean?
Because we're not supposed to talk at all.
Well, the show's over, Margaret. It's okay.
Chris, when am I going to start believing what you say to me?
I have... I don't know what you're talking about, Margaret. I don't know. I have nothing but kind words to say about you. I wouldn't...
Okay, let me ask you this about the psychic. Did you know that psychic was coming?
I told you I didn't know that was coming. That was all. I had no clue. I told you that from the very beginning.
Yeah, Chris, she said you had all these papers in your briefcase and that you knew full well there was going to be a psychic on the radio show.
No, I didn't. Every time I go on the radio, you're a radio host yourself. You know, you don't go to a radio show without some preparation for dead air.
Oh, no, of course not. But she said that
I brought papers with me that I brought topics to talk about relationships. That's what you do in the show.
But she said that you promised her that none of that would appear on the radio show, and then as soon as you got in there...
Well, let me just say something. You have bumper music that brings your show in and on that's canned music. You know,
it's great talking to somebody in the business.
Okay, so in my bumper music it says, you know, hi, this is Jay, this is Chris, welcome to Love Talk USA. We talk about this, love, romance, and astrology. So that's part of the bumper music. I couldn't help that.
Oh, okay.
But with regard to who called in, I can't prevent them from calling in and asking questions, number one. Number two, I had no clue that the psychic was going to be on there. We had him on the show beforehand. He called in. I never met the guy in my life.
But why did Jeannie know that he was coming?
That's for you and Jeannie to talk about.
Jeannie was over here, and she already knew that he was coming.
I didn't know that. I was clueless.
Well, Chris, I thought what she should have done is during the commercial break said, hey, you know, the show's going great, but I'm a little uncomfortable with this. Instead of calling you out on the air, I thought that was really...
Well, I mean, it left me, you know what it's like. I was left hanging there with no, here's the air. I'm live on the air.
Chris,
and she called you out. She just knocked you flat live on the air.
And I'm going to knock y'all flat on the air right now because I'm leaving because I'm not getting to say what I want to say.
All right, what do you want to say? Go ahead, Mary.
Right,
what do you want to say?
Out of your mouth.
Radio station. I asked you not to bring up those kind of things, or I wasn't going.
I told you I didn't bring the psychic in. I can't help it if people call in. If a guy calls in, somebody called in from Louisiana and said he was a gangster. I didn't plan that.
This is a show. You know everything was planned out. Everything had to be okayed. That was known, and you knew who this person was. And
I met him before, but I had no... I mean, I never met him before. He was on our show a year ago, but I never met the guy and didn't have a clue that he was coming.
So you're telling me Fox did that and set us up?
I think they did. I certainly did, and I can tell you that. I'll put my hand on your Bible and say that. I did not arrange for that at all. I was as surprised to see him as anybody was.
Hey, Chris.
But I'm an experienced on-air person. I don't get freaked out about this stuff. I just kept my cool.
Chris, how much use are you guys getting out of the King James Bibles?
I haven't even gotten them yet.
You haven't gotten them yet?
No.
Were you glad that she bought you guys King James Bibles?
I have a Bible. My father was a minister. I've got a Bible in my house already. I don't need a Bible.
I said that.
My father was a minister. I know all about Christianity.
Were you happy that she bought King James Bibles for all of you?
I don't need it. I have a King James Bible.
Did you hear that, Marguerite?
Yeah, but his family doesn't.
Wait a second, Margaret. Listen, wait a minute.
Chris knows about it. I wasn't trying to do anything on pushing him on anything. I just felt I wanted to send him a King James Bible and give it to him.
That is fine, Margaret.
Even though he already has one?
Right. Let me just make a point here. My father, I was raised as a preacher's son. My father was a Christian. My father was a minister, okay? I know more about the Bible than this woman ever knew. I knew how to quote the Bible. I knew the Bible inside out. Margaret does not know the Bible. She's never read it, I don't think.
Well, she doesn't know much about tolerance, that's for sure.
No. What about turn the other cheek, Margaret? What about love thy neighbor? What happened to all that stuff? Why was...
I don't know where she got scream at thy kid. I think Margaret's gone.
This is so hard.
Margaret, are you there?
In a seat of static.
Yeah, she's gone. Now. She's gone, Chris.
Okay, that's fine. Let me just say something about this. As far as, and I can be very objective about this, I tried to take a road that was moderate. I tried to take a road that was objective. Up. Everybody's gone. Probably for the better.
Probably. It's not worth the argument.
We had Mark on hold. Mark was going to be a psychic. She's gone. She's gone. I was trying to conference her line just to see if she was still there and go to Mark, the psychic.
Yeah.
Mark was going to act like a psychic that just called in. And we were going to see what the fireworks were.
You want to call him back?
Let's just call him back and apologize. We got to take a break, though. That was that guy was ready to have his piece.
Oh yeah,
he was so ready to have his say. I feel bad for him.
Yeah, he wanted to straighten it out.
She is such a kook.
Well, she's a nut.
I cannot believe what a nut she is.
Yeah, and the thing of it is, nice representation of Jesus. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
By being a complete screaming nut job on that show last night.
Woo, Mama Sting.
She couldn't have represented the Lord any worse if she tried.